Mid-Main Chamber, in partnership with Epic View Studios, proudly present Chamber Chatter. Today's segment of Chamber Chatter is sponsored by our friends at Aroma Joe's, Main Technology Group, and Epic View Studios Video Production and Marketing. If you'd like us to film an episode of Chamber Chatter at your business, email Jennifer. Jennifer@midmainchamber.com.
And welcome to another episode of Chamber Chatter. I'm your host, Greg Glynn. Of course, as always, Chamber Chatter brought to you by Aroma Joe's, Main Technology Group, and Epic View Studios. Today, we're at Dirigo Veterinary Care, and we're with Dr. Matt Townsend.
Greg, great to see you.
Yeah,
you
too.
Thank you for coming in today. I really appreciate you taking the time. Yeah, we started this practice just this year in 2024, back in April, and so far things are going really well. I'd love to have the opportunity to take you on a little tour.
Let's do it. So we're here in one of the exam rooms at Dirigo Veterinary Care, and Matt, walk me through kind of what happens in an appointment.
Sure, so this is our primary exam room. We can do both small dogs and cats on the table. We can do big dogs on the floor if we need to. So we just a lot of times I try to welcome them in, get to know them, get to know the people, get to know the pet, take our time first just to establish that little bit of a flow and a relationship with them and make sure that they're happy. Lots of treats. So we make sure they're happy, and then start going through a full exam, trying to find out what we need to address. Make sure I address the client's concerns, and then do a full nose to tail exam on each pet. From there, I try to then look at what we need to do from there, whether it's just annual that we're looking at vaccinations and preventative health care, or whether they have a dog or cat with a serious health problem and we need to do further diagnostics.
What are some of the most popular services that you have?
Yeah, so obviously our most popular service is just kind of annual regular wellness. So that's what that would mean would be a good physical exam, kind of make sure we look at all the preventative care that we want to look at for each pet, and those vary from a young pet to a senior. So those things will be age dependent. But those from there, the next big services we really think about are dentals, so dental cleanings. So we offer that, and we'll show you that a little bit later. Surgery as well. So we'll show you that as well. So those are really important for us. And from there, some of the things, just like more of those diagnostics, kind of do some senior screening and age-related screening, so kind of following them through their life.
Well, that's really good. And obviously routine care can be sometimes the best, the preventative care.
Exactly, the ounce of prevention, pound of cure. So definitely that's the big key. That's we try to have that relationship early and try to make sure we walk through and make sure we do a good physical exam on a regular basis so we can have that discussion and make sure that everybody's comfortable.
And welcome inside the treatment room here at Dirigo Veterinary Care. And Dr. Townsend, obviously, what happens here on this table in this area?
Sure, Greg, this is actually kind of the heart of the clinic, really. Everything feeds back here, and so we're doing most of our work. We have all our pharmaceuticals, but this area right here is our wet table, so we'll do all our dentals here, so dental cleanings. We have our dental machine, we have our dental x-ray. So this is actually a really hot activity area when we are on a busy day. So we'll be working here, and we'll also be working in the rest of this treatment area that we can show. But yeah, this is our dental table, pretty proud of it. We try to do a lot of dentals. Dental health is a real key to overall health care. Some studies show that regular dental attention adding 2 to 5 years to lifespans of pets. So
wow.
We try to focus on that as part of that preventative care model.
Yeah, so that's absolutely important. Now, let's talk a little bit about all the staff that you have here to make the magic happen, right? How many staff do you have?
So I have another 10 staff members running from the front desk and back into our veterinary technicians and veterinary assistants, basically our veterinary nurses. So we really try to have them, they play a big role for me. They are just like we kind of think in the human model. So they're getting there and talking to the pet owners, working with the pets, getting to have them be comfortable with the exams and comfortable with us, and then allows me to see as many people as possible.
Right.
And that allows me, actually, I have really long appointments, which is a real key for us. So with their help, I'm able to really kind of optimize my time and still spend that time with each client and with each pet without being rushed.
Well, that's one of the things I noticed is that you're really small by design. And that's really important because that allows you that time to really address each pet.
Exactly. I think that's really a great way to phrase it, small by design. Yes, we have a small place in here. I think we're small but mighty. But the small by design is to allow us to not be overflowed. I have 3 exam rooms, and each one can be used, but I can go from one to another, and the staff is really taking care of me and taking care of obviously the pets and their families.
Right.
So
it's a big thing. It's an emotional decision as well when you bring pets. Let's talk also about surgery. Let's head into your surgery operating room.
That'd be great. Let's go.
All right. So here we are in the serious surgical room. I feel intense in this room.
Sure.
Talk to me about some of the surgeries that may go on in here.
Sure. So it can be tense at times, but I love surgery. So this is a fun place to be. It's getting a little smaller, but it's still very full and functional. So we have our, obviously our surgery table. We usually would have a warmer for each pet to make sure they're staying warm during surgery. We're looking at our anesthesia machines. We're looking at our lights. We usually have again, our fluids running and everything going along that line. Full monitoring. So when we have our surgeries, pretty much, I actually do full range. Everybody thinks about spay and neuter, and that's probably a predominance of our surgeries. But then otherwise, full surgeries from there. A lot of abdominal exploratory surgeries, soft tissue surgeries, mass removals. Some pretty serious ones we've done this year already so far. So I love to be in here. I have a great team that allows me to just kind of focusing on the surgery, and they're taking care of the pets. And making sure that they're fully, in good shape, and that they're fully monitored, and everything's safe. They're really trying to focus on safe surgeries, and they allow me to do my job. And I love being here.
I was going to say, you also probably love the results, right? When there is surgery, usually there's a pretty strong result on the other side.
It is, and that is actually. While it can be a little bit nervous at times, I can't lie that I don't sweat occasionally.
Right.
But it is actually really rewarding to see the response. And I think one would be, even this early this year, might sound like too much, but having a 14-year-old dog who had a mass on a leg that a lot of people would have said, you can't do that surgery. We actually had to do an amputation. That dog is now running around here happy. So it made us feel so, full of in our hearts that we did the right thing and given this dog a great life, and their owners are happy. So yeah, you can do pretty amazing things, and so I love being here and making that difference.
Wow, that is really cool, and I can see that, and I can see the passion you have for your work, and it makes a difference. So here we are in the X-ray room, and obviously this is where some diagnostics have to take place.
Exactly, that's our next step after our good physical exam. Sometimes we need to go and see what we're missing on just by feeling things. So we need to see what's going on inside. We're looking at the chest, the abdomen, looking at our bones. So this is our next level of diagnostics.
So that wraps up our tour here with Dr. Matt Townsend at Dirigo Veterinary Care. Thanks for the tour.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you for coming along.
Absolutely. Now, if the dog in somebody's life has had a rough day, or if they've got a cat that might have some issues, how can they get in touch with you?
Yeah, we'd love to talk to them, love to see them. Just give us a call first thing. It'll be 618-6936, or they can reach out to us at info.dirigovet.com, as well as reaching out to us through some of our social media platforms, Facebook and Instagram. So
perfect.
Find us there. Find us and like us.
Perfect. All right, this has been another episode of Chamber Chatter, and we appreciate you tuning in. We'll see you next time. As always, presented by Aroma Joe's and Main Technology Group and our friends at Epic View Studios. Have a great day, everybody.
Today's installment of Chamber Chatter is brought to you by Mid-Maine Chamber of Commerce in collaboration with Epic View Studios Video Production and Marketing. Special thanks to our sponsors, Aroma Joe's, Main Technology Group, and Epic View Studios Video Production and Marketing. Interested in featuring your business on Chamber Chatter? Reach out to Jennifer at midmainechamber.com.